Brother Marines. We've returned again today, this day, which is Saturday. Yes, today is Saturday. I'm Slathe the Space Marine. You're the audience. This is a jar of paint, and those, yes, those, right there, are Bloodhound Space Marines. You are not hallucinating, or not dreaming. This is real. This is the world we live in. This is real. I am, once again, painting my Space Marines. Believe it or not, it's getting done. Again. Once again, we've returned. Brother Marines. Brother Mara. That's right. We've returned again for another installment of Slate's Hobby Hangout.
Am I gonna talk like that the entire time?
Yes. Yes, I am. I mean, really? I mean, I could. If it really had to come down to it, and I really needed to talk like this for like 2 hours, just to completely hold, obtain, attain, contain, and capitate the audience. Could I do it? Would I do it? Possibly. I guess we could see. How long could I keep it up for? But then again, is it really just a way of speaking? Could I just say anything? Or is it a pattern of speech that is required, that has a more sophisticated touch to it, that it cannot just be used to be able to be said anything? Over time, becoming dry, stale, like a piece of bread that's been left out in the window for far too long. Why anyone would leave bread in the window at all would astound me, so I would imagine that any amount of time is too long. Far too long. Brother Marines, we have returned for more painting of Bloodhound Space Marines, which means that we get to pull out, dust off, and reinvigoratize the Games Workshop painting handle / butt plug. That's right, Brother Marines. This intricate device that's able to be used to help the painter achieve painting quality far exceed. Am I even still? This seems like it's
The volume's kind of loud. Loud. This is a very loud song. The crescendo on that, like, it's got no chill. Music player, you have no chill.
okay. Brother Marines. Brother Marines. Brother Marines. Now, let's take a little bit of our painting medium. That's right, painting medium. Gonna need to get more of this at one point soon, because it is the best stuff ever. It's the best around, and no one can ever take it down. It is Lamian's Medium, which is available at your local hobby stores. Okay, now, Brother Marines. Hello, the Great Piggy. We are here once again to be doing our painting hobby stuff. And we, in this installment of Slate's Hobby Hangout, will be once again, painting Bloodhound Space Marines. I know it is amazing, it is outstanding, it is intense. And that is why we do it, Brother Marines. Now, a few of these are all just like mistake models, which, here's the story behind this. At one point, there was a person who wanted to help to paint my Space Marines. First mistake, I said they could help. That was my first mistake. And with their help, a few of them ended up having some of their color patterns changed. So that way they would no longer be in a proper Bloodhound's pattern. He had betrayed and murdered the Space Marines by painting them with silver ear Pac-Man thingies. That is why we now have to return, Brother Marines, to the painting stable. That's the painting table. Wherever it is that they get painted, that's where we have to return them to. And we, Brother Marines, will return. That is right. That is right. And was that all that needed? I'm not even sure. I don't really have this mapped out properly. I just kind of know that some of them have some things that need to get fixed up. And so we're just gonna go from there. We're just gonna fix these up in the areas that they need fixing, because that was the last task that was being done, and these ones are mistake Marines that had to get pulled out of the conveyor belt of progress. That's right, Brother Marines, the conveyor belt of progress. It is part of the immaterial realm of profit. That's right, Brother Marines. These Marines were then pulled out of the process and unable to be continued at the same rate, due to errors involved in their restorations. For the Marines, we will need to now restore these Marines to their properly restored state, to be able to continue to restore them more. They need restoration upon restoration to restore them. For the Marines, light your holy sigil and burn your incense, for now we are moving in upon the targets of which that we pursue. We, the Brother Marines, the Angels of Death, the Space Marines, will move forth, and depth, and height, and we will venture into the fray. We are the Space Marines, the Emperor's chosen, not the Emperor's children, although we are his sons. We are the Brother Marines of the Space Marines, and we as Space Marines fight for the Emperor. That's right, Brother Marines. We will now move forth. This one's got some shit that's got to get done there. Alright, so some of these areas, Brother Marines, that's what I mean. That's totally how yes, because that's what we're going to do, apparently. Because that is the thing, that is the goal. Brother Marines, we shall move forth, and henceforth, on the fourth, of every fourth, be forthcoming. And that is why we, as Brother Marines, are Space Marines. Marines. Marines, do a Marine move, and then a Marine roll. Using your Marine tactics, we will Space Marine. Now having to find all of the areas that need to be painted in the painting style of which is the color that needs to be applied. Finding all of these inaccuracies, errors, mistakes, and inequality, where things are uneven. Brother Marines. So how have things been for you? Well, things have been good, things have been bad, things have been in between. That's life, funny as it may seem.
Was the red part on this one really just the seal? I mean, it makes sense. If I'm fixing all of these for red, that the one... That's funny how that slipped past me. It's like, what am I looking for? I don't understand. What on this marine isn't painted? What's the thing that's the problem? I don't know. Where's the malfunction here? Yes. Yes. I have returned. That's right. Me, Prince Vegeta. I can come back whenever I want. That's what I do. I leave and then I come back and I'm stronger than ever. That's more or less my gimmick. Not sure how this guy ended up getting a black hand. I don't think I painted this one, but we will update this to then match the other Marines. So that way it's not wrong. Well, I guess that's good then. Are you excited for the new Space Dwarves coming out soon? Am I excited? Let's unpack this question. So the question is, am I excited for the release? Now, the quick answer is no. And that also would be kind of the long answer. Although I do not hate the things. I know, that's probably the more controversial opinion now, isn't it? I do not hate the new Space Dwarves. I think they're fine, but I have my own army to focus on, so I'm not going to be picking up any of them anytime soon. I've got my Marines, I've got my own family I gotta worry about. I can't worry about some Space Dwarves. If there's Space Dwarves now, then there's Space Dwarves. That's just how that is.
I mean, brother Marines. Brother Marines, brother Marines, brother Marines. Space Dwarves. Wow. They, with their incredibly small, but also incredibly powerful weapons and armor, are not only up to the stature of a Space Marine, but they measure in height to that of Imperial Guard. Brother Marines. Newsflash. Squats. Some of the models look neat, but I don't know about it being a new army. I think the only from experience of seeing other armies get introduced, there's going to be a lot of missing gaps at the start, and it's going to get a chunk of toys for it. Then it's going to get a lack of attention. Then it's going to get little trickles of units and models and things that would have been really nice to have had at the start, but will complete the force a little bit more. And then it will have, at that point, more or less, it will have a complete army.
But I really liked the trailer that they had for it, where there was the, what are they called? The Leagues of Votan. I liked how they had the Leagues of Votan ship showing up to what looked like a Space Hulk or some old abandoned spaceship. That wasn't really 100% clear, but I'm pretty sure it was a Space Hulk. And how the how's the sound, by the way, the music and the voice? I don't know. I'm not listening to it on the stream, so let me know. And what was it? The trailer was really nice, and I liked how it kind of made them look like space spelunkers. That was what I would kind of call them. Which seemed fitting. I thought that would be a good theme for them. That just kind of seemed what they were like. But then we started hearing more about them, and not exactly, or not at all even, what they were in reality. Oh, so this is going to be one of the Marines that was painted by a guy who tried to help, but then ended up pulling things back. So now they've got these silver things on their ears. Is this focused? So now they've got these silver sides of their helmets. So I've got to go over that. And I was going to go over it with some brown, but I think it'll be fine if I just give it like a couple thin coats of red, and that'll mask it. That will do the job. Oh, what the hell is this? Looks like he did more damage than I realized. Which makes me think I might need to check more models. That's right, music. You tell him. Sounds pretty decent. I can hear you and the music quality. Oh, the music equally. So does that mean that we're at the same volume? Because the music should probably be a little bit quieter. It shouldn't be at the same... Pretty sure the music should be quieter than me, because then... yeah, there's both sides. I'm gonna have to fix that. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. I'm gonna have to actually investigate other Marines.
Brother Marines. Other Marines. I'm going to have to investigate other Marines. Other Marines.
Okay, so this one has the same problem, but fortunately, due to this style of backpack, doesn't have those little side pieces. Ugh. That's great when somebody helps you and then you know, they decide to change what you're doing because that is the way that they do it. That's always nice. Isn't it? You know, it's like, so this is what we're doing. Oh, well, the way I do it, the way I like to do it. Well, you see, the thing here about that is you could turn it down some. Okay. Let's turn the music down. Turn the music down. You crazy kids. Turn the music down. Alright. Music is down. We'll see how that goes for a bit. And if we need to move it down quieter or not. I think one of the problems is that some of these songs don't quite have equal volume to each other. I wouldn't let anyone paint my models, even if they had the best intentions. Yeah, that sounds like what I should have done. Oh well. Oh well. So if anyone's ever wondered why I've not been painting my Space Marines for the last several months, it's been because of intentional or unintentional sabotage. Absolute sabotage. Betrayal. Betrayal. To never be done again. That's right. It is banned. There will be a discontinuation to people painting my Space Marines. I mean, they can paint their own ones however they want, but then, you know, depending on if they do the pattern right or not, they might not really even be Bloodhounds. So, you know. Man. Honestly, people have started asking me to paint D&D models for their characters. Okay. Yeah, D&D models are pretty popular, I think. Or getting popular. A lot of games are making comebacks and things. Oh, what? Is that cat hair? Cat hair. All these little Pac-Mans. And then on the other side, too. So I'm going to have to do this in red and in black for all the ones that have been damaged like this. And the music is better now. You are louder than it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, audio booth. I mean, the audio booth. It's important. So what's kind of disappointing about these ones is that it's like, oh, great, I just finished that step, but now I've got to put them aside into instead of like these ones that I did before, where it's like, all right, those are all fixed up, those are all fixed now. These ones are like, all right, I fixed them, but now I've got to put them in this pool here to fix them again to make sure that they're fixed, like these ones. Oh man. Oh, this is brutal. Now I've also got to remember or figure out what these ones need. Did the stream just blip there? I'm not sure why that does that. Is that even now? No, but it's the tiniest bit better. That's gotta be annoying. How's that? That's looking better. I'm just gonna call that one good enough on this one. Because I don't really want these, because these ones are getting touch-ups, because they're old paint jobs that no longer quite matched the current colors or needed to get kind of fixed up in things just to make everything uniformed the way I wanted it. And due to some issues and the variety of different, let's just say, errors, problems, or things along the way, it's the task has just become taking too long to fix and restore everything, that it's just dragging, and it's kind of killing the flow of things. It's killing the creative flow, sort of, so to speak. So that that needs to get dealt with, right? That needs to get dealt with. And that's why we are dealing with it now. So yeah, this guy, a very interesting error on this guy. His upper arm here. I'm guessing that this model was spray painted black. That's likely how this would have occurred. Pretty sure this would have been a model I got in like a job lot. Would have gotten some bulk box of models. So there's a good chance it might have been already spray painted black. And that's how that happened, so let's see, what does this guy need, if anything else, anywhere else? I think that's good for him for now, for the reds and things. Okay, so I'm gonna call that guy done. He's donezo. No, this guy. I'm not sure what this guy's issue was. Because I'm pretty sure that all of these... Oh no, I probably shouldn't have ungrouped them there. I'm going to need to figure that one out. I'm going to go back. Shit. Shit! Okay, shit, I'm fucking things up. Alright. Because I'm pretty sure that these 4 Marines, 1, 2... and then it was the plasma gun. Yep. And this guy. They all need black touch-ups, because some of them don't have their pistol grips in their hands done. I've got about 10... 10 Terminators? I've got about 10 what's WG? Wraithguard? What's WG stand for? Wolfguard. Okay. I've got 10 Wolfguard Terminators that I have to paint, and a couple TWC, and a couple the Wolf Company, and a couple TWC that I need to swap weapons on and then get painted. Thunderwolf Cavalry. Okay. Okay. So one of those is on the big, like, wolf cat. Right? I think. One of them's on the wolf cat. And then the other one is... are Terminators with wolf pelts, right? I'm pretty sure. Do I have any lights anywhere? Let's just do a double check there. It's looking alright. I'm pretty sure this one could get by. I do not believe it needs any red touch-ups. In fact, I think it would need different black touch-ups. Okay. So that means that these ones now, I'm going to group those together, need black touch-ups. And I'm going to move these ones aside. Over here. Wait, do they need black touch-ups? Let's go. Let's do a double check. Nah, Big Wolf Riders. Yeah, they're on like the Big Wolf thing. So that needs silver. So I could probably go over the red with silver and it would be fine. Just to get it there. Silver. Well, that one needs black right there because it looks like it's chipping off, or it was either painted sloppily. Sloppily. That's right. I don't know. It was a sloppy paint job. So there's some gold there. So this is definitely going to need some silver in some areas there. Let's see. Black. How's the helmet? The helmet looks like it's actually uneven on the... Yeah, it's got more red than black, so that could be touched up. Oh, but that's going to be complicated because of the backpack and then the helmet. Yikes! Okay. And then inside there... Yeah, this one is going to need some black touch-ups. How's this one doing? Looks like it's all right. I'm gonna call that one good. And let's check out these ones quick. They're probably fine because they weren't inside the pool of failures before. Although I thought there was one that had a shoulder pad that looked like it was a bit... I think it's this one. Shoulder pad that was a little bit gold. Okay, I'm going to say those ones are good. And now let's move on to this one. This one's a bit hodgepodge of all sorts of things, so it's going to be kind of hard to rate it in some regards, but looks like it's good for that. It's just going to need to get its silver fixings. I forget what stage things were at. I think that's what I was doing. I think that's the last thing I was doing. I was painting silvers. Which essentially is one of the closing things. Piggy, if you could do me a favor, could you tell me how long the stream has been going? Because it restarted on my end, and it says it's been going for 10 minutes. Could you let me know how long the stream's been up for, please? Because I don't know how long it's been, because now it says 10 minutes, and I've not been watching the clock like a hawk. Slathe hawk. 33 minutes. It's been 33 minutes? Okay. Okay. It's been 33 minutes. That's this many. Well, that's 6. That's technically 6. But if these were representative of numbers, like 33, right? Then it would be 33, but... Okay. You understood what I meant. Alright. So I'm going to go to the... Wow. Whoa. I'm really close up now. It's weird, isn't it? I'm going to go to brake cam. Brake cam. Okay. Still got the models right there. They're still right there. They've not gone anywhere. Taking a brake cam. Okay, so we're going to need to then move to black. Which one is this? Abaddon black. Abaddon black. Abaddon black. A bad on black. It's good off, but it's bad on. So we'll be using some of that to even up some helmets, to be fixing a shoulder, to do some pistol grips, all sorts of things. There's going to be a bunch of things those need to get done, right? So that's going to get all fixed up, and then those will be good. And I've not really planned out what next to do, because I didn't really have anything really planned out. I like to plan ahead, so that way I can able to. So that way, first off, I can speak English. So that way, I would be able to have a proper sort of conveyor belt sort of system of batch painting, and I can just kind of mill things out, especially when doing things like this, when it's something so monotonous, when it's something just drilling and grinding at repainting old models and not painting something new, and getting that sort of thing out of it. You know, adding instead, like repairing architecture, repairing infrastructure, as opposed to making new buildings. You see, that's the thing. So, although it'll be nice when everything's all laid out, when there's like, how many are there now? There's about 6,500 Marines that are all kind of in boxes, some of them in different stages of painting, but they're all dedicated for this. So there's well over, I would say, well over half of a chapter's worth of Space Marines that are ready to fight and die for the Emperor. And these are some of them, right here. Right here. These guys. These ones right here that I'm pointing at. In this weird kind of Escher painting universe that I'm in right now, see? That is going to be awesome. Because we're going to have, like, a whole chapter of Space Marines. It's going to be great. So we're going to take a break. Meaning I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to read the chat and hang out and have a smoke. I've seen your army in those pics. Yeah, it's gotten to a point where it's rolling downhill now. It's rolling downhill now onto the upper half of Space Marine chapter sort of thing. So it's getting there. It's getting there. There could be some booster shots along the way that could get it, you know, all the way there. I was what is it? There was that new Horus Heresy box that has what, like 40 Space Marines, some Terminators, a tank, some captains and stuff like that. And that would be a great injector to any sort of Space Marine army. You can have like a whole section of Space Marines, like I think that's like half a company's worth of Space Marines, and you know, you get that X amount of times, and then you know, you very quickly have built up like an entire chapter of them. Like, holy crap. It's kind of an expensive box, but I think for what you're getting, it's the value, I think, is there. Although it's built different than other models that you would get. Like, it's not like the same as buying a box of 40k Tactical Marines that would come with different parts than the Horus Heresy Tactical Marines, which would be very different in what they would have available to them. Although you might get more or less. I'm not certain how that works out. Not that there's anything wrong with Bolter Marines. Bolter Marines are the bread and butter of the Space Marine vocabulary. Yeah, that's how you get along. I think the tank looks badass. Yeah, the tank does look pretty badass. It's like a Land Raider or something, right? So it's a good box set. It's a good box set. I was considering getting one, but I mean, I've got this ever increasing backlog of things. Do I add more to it? Right? Do I really want to buy it in this world, in this growing or this sinking economy? Do I want to be buying toys, right, when I could be buying food? So I can hold Wolfen. It can hold Wolfen, and that piqued my interest. Oh, okay. Neat. So it's a good box set. You know, if I had the spare money to do it, I would, you know, sure, I'd pick it up, and there we go. That's like a huge boost more. That would bring it, that would bring the chapter, the Marines for the chapter a lot closer to 700 than not. So that would be huge, right? 700. I mean, take that, Crimson Fists. So, you know, that would be pretty good to have that. So, but for now, really, the main goal is just to get what exists now, what I have now. You know, like I don't want to get my eyes
bigger than my plate and bigger than my stomach. I want to get everything done, right? If I had to stop now and I only had what I had now, I'd, it'd be great. So the goal is to get 1,000 Marines. That could be a goal. I could get more than 1,000 Marines. What's stopping me? Right? I could have more. I could have 2,000 Marines. That's right. We're a double chapter. We're big. We're a big chapter. We've just taken some damage, right? That's why we only have like 600 guys right now. But we're like a big chapter that's got like as many as we want. We got as many as we want. That's right. The codex is just a set of guidelines. That's all. Gilliman himself said it. It's just a set of guidelines. Captain Titus said it. And we all know Captain Titus is awesome, right? Captain Titus. He was an Ultramarine. He was the greatest of them all. And that really just settles it, right? If Gilliman and Titus both agree that it's just a set of guidelines and not to be followed strictly, adherently, as if it is absolute gospel, then, that's the key. That's the key. Because then you can, change it to what benefits you. And what benefits me is being able to have as many guys as I want. There you go. So, 1,000 guys? No, I'm gonna have more. Space Wolves do it. Black Templars do it. Crimson Fists don't do it. Because they've only got like 300 guys. They suck. Fuck them. So, what I'm saying here is that the Codex is good and all, but it's better to be able to have as many guys as I want. So like a lot of this other stuff's pretty good. I like what you did here. And this is good, right? But this whole 1,000 Marines thing, I think we can just kind of, we lost that page. We missed that memo. How are we supposed to change it now? Right? We're already there, right? We can't just change it now. I really want at least one painted set of every Space Marine unit in the game for my army. That would be a long-term goal. Yeah, that'd be nice, because then you have a nice range of things, and it looks impressive at that point when everything's able to attract the eye by being different. So everything, while it overall might look the same with the same colors or the basing or whatever, everything has its own features to it that then draws the eye to that or to this or to the other thing, and it all sort of melds together with the theme. Okay, so we're gonna need to shake some paint. This is gonna look weird, isn't it? All right. Okay, so I'll just lean my arm this way. This is nothing's gonna look right with this. Nothing at any point is ever gonna look right. That's why let's do this. There. No, take my face out of it. There. All right. Oh, there we go. You get to have this. Gotta really work up a sweat. Okay, that's good. I'm spent. Let's go back to the little thing here. Little cam. Okay. So we're gonna do the black parts that need to be fixed up on these. And then I'll probably wrap up the painting at that point, because I need to kind of get there again. I need to get the engine working up again, right? I don't want to full throttle it and then get burned out, right? Gotta work. I don't know what that was. It was a chainsaw or something. Okay.
chainsaw. Speaking of chainsaw, that's why when I'm done painting, I'm either going to start a new stream or I'm going to turn this into a Terraria stream. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. And I'm fine with both. Both are good. Both are good. Both are good. So that's just happening. All right. Let's get some paint onto some palette to put the paint from the palette to the plastic. Holy shit, this is gooey. This paint needs some medium, like, stat. I'm gonna need to go to find a hobby store and find some painting medium to either get... I think I might need to get either a new pot of Abaddon Black or I need to get some painting medium to fix this one because not good. Not good. Not good. Let's see, like, what painting medium I think costs like $10. That's not that bad. A new pot of paint I think is somewhere between 5 and 10. So overall, not that bad. Is it super thick? Yeah, it's getting I don't want to say jelly, it's getting gummy. It's getting there. It's getting something. It's getting something. Alright, so now these all needed black painted somewhere. I probably took way too much out of that. I don't need this much. Oh, this is probably going to be a waste. Oh no. I hate doing that. Well, it looks like that was all it needed. Jesus. Is it super thick? I mean, like it's getting something. It's hard to put a proper adjective, it's difficult to describe exactly the viscosity that it is becoming and that it needs to be fixed from. Are the songs over? When the music stops. Let's see, what else do we got for music? What happens if I played zombies? Those aren't going to be very long. Royalty-free music, hip-hop beats, no copyright. Sounds wonderful. I think I'll just hit play again. And what does this guy need done? is it just that tiny bit of his shoulder there? Oh, this is going on so thick. I'm gonna need to thin that. No, it's not good. Oh no. Try to spread this out. Even. There's gonna be some visible brush strokes probably. End result. Not the happiest about that. What's that? Oh, the inside of the knee. It's an elusive spot right here. Both sides? Both sides. I don't blame my past self for missing that. Or for just being too lazy to try. Jeez, this paint is thick. Okay. I forgot to thin it down more. Wait, which one was that? Is that this guy? No, I don't think so. Oh no, he's still in the stand. Okay, looks fine. Next Marine. And it looks like he's got the same inner knee problem. Look at that glob on the end of the paintbrush. That's gross. Are these really just small mistakes like that? I feel like there's gotta be more. Oh, wait. Did he do a little silver thing on there? Motherfucker. I mean, I get it, but just leave it alone. Is there gonna be one on all of them? He's getting in there right now. Grabbing another model. Fuck the model holder thing. Just getting in there and getting that thing done. Rescue. Model rescue! Use a little bit of water to thin it. Oh yeah. Okay, what does heavy bolter guy need done? Oh no! This guy came off of his base. Motherfucker, and I don't think I have any super glue. Oh, that's not good. And then I need to get super glue now. Motherfucker. gotta be like a back of the heel or something. And what does this one need? Oh yeah, pistol grip. Looks like there's just a few areas here where the paint's wearing down or didn't quite cover everything, so I'm just gonna go over that with some black. Helps makes things noticeable later on when you're fixing things up. And it's like, well, what do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, when you're painting areas that should be silver black, you kind of notice it. Especially when it's in the middle of a silver part. You're like, wait, what's that? Then you fix it. That's how it's more noticeable. Well, there's definitely some areas that need some touching up. I can see gold because these ones used to be gold. For reasons. I think this one's shoulder, right? Yeah. There's an issue there with the shoulder, so let's give that another quick coat. And that should cancel that out. Because it's not super strong. It's just a little bit there. That part there is gold. That's not ideal. disguise that there. There we go. Ugh. This is a bit annoying to have a model snap off the base like that, though. It's kind of annoying. It's a shame I can't just, like, melt him to the base. Because I'm pretty sure it's a resin model. That's probably the problem. There's... Oh, wait. Forgot about those little backpack things. Is that going to be the same on the other ones? And now this guy took a dive. Nope, backpack thing is different. This guy. His backpack is safe. This helmet seems to be marked safe now. Oh, well, that's a bit irritating. I wanted these to look like they were in a better condition after I'd be finished this than a worse condition, and now one of them is broken off their base. I don't have any glue to fix it. Well, I guess it's a trip to the store after this. So Terraria will have to wait. I know. I know. I'm sure everyone's disappointed. Okay, well, I'm going to call that a close then for this. Oh yeah, it's a waste of paint right there. That's annoying. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't think I have anything to use this on. Oh, I know. We'll put this paint to some good use, and we'll continue painting the weapons. We'll put it on some of the ones that need to get a little bit of base coat application, like this sword here. We'll just give it a quick speed base. We don't want it to be blobby. That'd be the worst. Alright. Put a decent amount of water into this. Okay. I didn't really plan this out, because I don't know where I'm going to place these now. Guess I'll go for right here. Oh yeah, some of these are kind of neat. There's like the Space Wolf sword. So let's get the handle. And give this thing a second coat. I imagine there's probably not very good focus on this, on the weapons. That's fairly typical. Considering it's such a small piece, it's hard for it to focus on. Oh, there's this, what's this one? The Carbine Bolter. I have to get back to these at one point. Although, let's be honest, these were paling in comparison to painting full models. Or full figures. A grenade. A cherry. I'll give that a little bit of a coat there. I think I might have made this quite watery. Which isn't really that great for this. When it gets too thin. But also, water's not really the greatest medium, I find. One thing I find with water is that it takes a while for things to dry. Although it does help with making things even at times. Okay. Oh, there's this knife. I want to get that done. Get a nice layer of paint on everything. So that way it's all ready to go. To be worked on. Ready and raring to go. You can tell where I was holding this thing before when I was painting. Grot pistol, I think. Grot pistol. I gotta be careful about painting with really thin paint and doing kind of in this sort of flicker manner, because it's gonna... good chances it's gonna send out specks in different directions, so you gotta be mindful of that, especially when painting directly over top of something you were just painting. Case in point, what I was just not doing right now. It's important to do. Okay. Oh yeah, and this one. What's this one called? The Ardent Blade, or the Ardent Sword, or something. Saint Celestine's Sword. A lot of these seem to just need more or less the handles done. Just because I'm pretty sure I just need these the one coat that one time. So I was holding them by the handles to get the rest of the sort of weapon. So this one's going to be interesting. So the handle needs to get done, and then there's a part of the whip that needs to get done as well. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay. So, I'm going to wrap that up there.
And we will meet again in the next hobby hangout, where I will be Slathe, you'll be the audience, these will be the models, and until the next time, brother Marines.